Hello to all my fellow students and people that are watching me worldwide. Welcome to another show, another spiritual transmission. If you're watching me at home, I am pouring my energy into your home, into your ears, wherever you are watching me from. And welcome. Thank you for joining me again. Today we are going to be talking about spirituality, namely, how to deepen your perception, how to navigate chaos, and how to strengthen your self-identity. If you are tuning in, welcome, my pupils, my students, my disciples. Here I am. I've returned once again from yesterday. And we are going to discuss spirituality. The first topic that is on my mind is how to deepen your perception. We all want to deepen our perception because not seeing things clearly hurts pretty much all the time. If you can't see where you're going on the road, unless you're really lucky, you're going to make a mistake and potentially make a fatal flaw. If you're driving on the road, or if you're walking down the street, or even if you're walking in your bedroom and there are no lights on, the lights have been turned off, that is going to be very dangerous because you can't see where you're going. Just like in life, if you can't see where you're going, things are going to get hurt. People are going to get hurt. Life is going to get hurt. Animals are going to get hurt. And you are going to get hurt. Your family members are going to get hurt. Everybody around you is going to get hurt unless you get really lucky. In that off chance that you walk around and you don't injure somebody or yourself. This is why it's important to cultivate and deepen your perception for you to see things clearly. What does seeing things clearly mean? It means seeing them not out of your likes and dislikes, not seeing them based on your memory, and not seeing them based on past experiences and future projection, memory and imagination, seeing them for how they are. Not how you would like them to be, but just how they are. And that's hard to do because we all want things to be changed and we all want things to be different. We all want things to be just as we like them to be. But we all know that that can't happen. Reality doesn't bend to our will. Sometimes it does, but there are many factors in play. And you can't always get what you want. When you don't always get what you want, but you think you should, inevitably you're going to suffer. So this is the reason why we should all deepen our perception. So how can we deepen our perception? What can we do to deepen our perception today? The first thing we can do is simply closing our eyes and focusing on the reality inside of ourselves, just like this. When you close your eyes and focus on the reality inside, you begin to understand what is happening, how it's happening. For the majority of my life, I've been doing this, consciously or unconsciously. I made it my life's mission and intention to figure out how this inner mechanism works, to figure out how this mind and body works in a way that I can cause maximum amount of pleasure and bliss and a reduced amount of suffering that I experience inside. And I did do that to a large extent. And it paid off fantastically. And it's still paying off. So the amount of benefits you're going to receive through simply meditating, closing your eyes, paying attention to the reality inside is too massive to count. But if you don't do that, if you keep your eyes open and continuously live life by looking at things and making conclusions, at best you're going to be neurotic. Just a neurotic human being, like I was, and still am to some extent. So that has to go away. You have to pay attention to the reality inside. You have to close your eyes and meditate. When you're at the doctor's office and you have nothing to do, why can't you just close your eyes and meditate? Pay attention to what's happening inside. You're paying attention to the wrong things. You're paying attention to the phone, to what's happening on social media, or somebody is doing something, or somebody is dressed in a particular way, like I am. And you're paying attention to that. Why? There's no reason to do that. Pay attention to the reality inside. Pay attention to how this inner mechanism works. That will lead to fantastic benefits and results. Let's read some of your comments now. And if you have comments, I would love to read them and hear what you have to say. What is God? God is the universe. You like the Beatles? Yes, I do. I like listening to music, and the Beatles, one of the best bands. Do you think Sadhguru is with you, or he loves you, or he cares for you? Please tell me. Do I think Sadhguru is with you? Yes, I do. Sadhguru is with me. Sadhguru is with me because a picture of him on my wall. Sadhguru is with me because I practice his meditation technique. And Sadhguru has no choice but to be with me, because I can call upon his energy whether he likes it or not. And that's just the reality of things. Cheers. You do Isha and feel good. You do Isha Yoga and feel good. And you think I'm a successful work of Sadhguru? Yes. Some people may not think so because of the way that I act and behave and speak. But deep down, I know that I'm a successful byproduct of Sadhguru. Even though I have many flaws, character defects, I'm stupid and retarded, mentally insane sometimes, poor social skills, poor, broke, homeless, nobody cares about me or loves me, yet still I'm a successful byproduct of Sadhguru's teachings. How do I know this? By comparison. By looking at people in real life, in my daily living, by looking at my friends, as well as looking at people in the Isha Foundation, seeing how their energy is. There are some fantastic beings there, but I know how I am. In comparison to that, I know I'm succeeding, yet still an utter failure, because I am not like Sadhguru. And that's a shame and that's a tragedy. And I should be ashamed of myself every waking moment of the day, because 2 minutes ago, I was scrolling on social media being a homeless loser. And I scrolled upon Sadhguru's reel or a short. And, you know, what Sadhguru says, I pay attention to that, but I don't really pay attention to what he says sometimes when I watch his videos. I just see his body, I see his eyes, I see his face. When I see his energy, I just get pissed off and mad. Oh my God, how is this so good? How is this man so good? And how am I not like that? It also makes me feel happy, because scrolling through and seeing all the people, the regular folks, and they're talking. Sometimes they're spiritual. Oh, you said some spiritual things, good. And then I scroll to Sadhguru. It's like something from a different universe. Wow, my God. How has that man become the way he is? He says some fantastic things. Those are good. But just in his body, in his energy, in the way he looks. I don't mean his beard and his style. That's not relevant. How he looks inside of himself, in his energy, looking at his eyes, how perfectly balanced he is. My God, that pisses me off so much because that's where I want to go. I want to get there. And I'm not going there fast enough. So whatever needs to be done, whatever needs to be ripped open, let it be ripped open in me and let this energy pour inside of me. Whatever it takes. If my life needs to get destroyed right now, today, I'm happily willing to sacrifice myself and walk through the streets, into the sewers. I'm willing to do crazy things. Anyways, let's let this go. Let's read some of your comments before we continue talking about perception, as all of you need to hear this and listen. Somebody says, Panda Boy says, you are pretty cool and charismatic. I like you, smiley face. I like you too. Shout out to you. Like this video and subscribe. MMM says, Yo Shiva, looking good today. Thank you. Relaxed, yes. Hi, I'm India. I'm from Kerala. Nice to meet you. India's awesome. I'm not asking, I'm telling you. I respect you. You're absolutely successful. Thank you very much. No, I feel Sadhguru's presence when I see you and your videos. Thank you very much. That's the highest compliment anyone has shared with me, at least in this live stream. You're doing better than Dr. Rob. Shout out to Dr. Rob. Maybe I'll meet him sometime very soon. Maybe you just starstruck. It's not that. Sadhguru's energy is too fantastic. Sadhguru is famous and rich. Panda Boy says, Sadhguru is famous and rich. He has a whole team of people. They prepare his clothes, makeup, lighting, and stage of camera angles. He does this many years. Is educated in right speak. Okay. Do you follow regular practice? Yes, I do. All right. The Clayco, shout out to Clayco, my good friend, my friend. Hey Shiva, I also think Sadhguru is amazing, but don't you think wanting to be like another person is contradicting the core teaching of spirituality, the idea of accepting oneself? No, I do not accept myself. I'm a worthless, useless failure, and I deserve to get erased. My program, my operating system needs to get erased, and the operating system of Sadhguru needs to be replaced inside of this casing. Then I'll be very happy. But right now, the way I am is not good enough for me. Okay? You may think that's extreme. Okay, we're going to continue. I'm going to add a very special link to this live stream, and we're going to continue talking about perception. In fact, we're going to wait for the link to go to be added a little bit later. Since all of you are here, what is the next step? What is the second way you can cultivate your perception and enhance your perception like I have? I have fantastic perception skills and abilities. I see energies in people. I see various phenomenon. I'm pretty good at that. For me, Sadhguru was always too mainstream. I like Ram Dass and Muji. All right, what makes Sadhguru so great? You guys don't get it. Go look at the Dhyanalinga temple, but don't just look at it with your eyeballs. Look at it with something else. And then maybe you'll understand a little bit deeper. But that's not the topic of this video. Maybe I'll go into a little bit later. The next step, what is the next step of cultivating your perception? The next step of cultivating your perception is going in high energy places. What is a high energy place? I'm a high energy place. Hello, look at me. But I'm a tiny comparison to something like this little box behind me. This little box is an energy machine, and it produces energy for you. It cultivates energy. It expands energy. It expands energy. And it is inexhaustible. Meaning this box, if I take care of it, nobody crushes it, then it will produce energy for 100 years or more. And as long as the daily offering is made with fire. What kind of energy does it offer? Well, let me just let you feel it. If you have any kind of sensibility or sensitivity to you, If you're not too diluted and dull and your body is a little bit clean, you can probably start to feel it right now. Just go ahead and feel it. It's as simple as that. So when being around high energy places, your body consumes that. Your body eats that up. Your body needs that. Just like your body inhales air through your pores, not just through your mouth. Your body also consumes energy. When your body starts to consume energy, and naturally, this starts to push out. Why do I think Sadhguru is so great? Because he has expertise on spirituality. He's an expert at spirituality, not just inside of himself. He's a fantastic human being, but how he explains the science and the techniques and the technology of the inner workings of the mind. There's only two ways to have this blast open. Either you create a vacuum, a void, and it gets sucked in. That's one way of doing that. I'm not really familiar with that. I can't really explain it to you now. Or you push so much energy inside, so much energy gets cultivated inside of your body that naturally this just explodes. Poof. That, the second part, is what happened to me 2 years ago. When this blasts open, you see reality clearly. Absolutely clearly, maybe not, but definitely way clearer than 99% of the folks. And you can't really make mistakes in that way. Because unlike the vision which lies to you, this really doesn't lie to you. It sees reality as it is. It feels reality. It feels energy. We're not going to talk about the technical aspects of the third eye. That's for a different thing. But coming back to how to open your perception center, you have to be around energy places. If you're in India, you're a fantastic human being that is born with good karma, at least in some sense, because there's temples virtually all around the place that you live. And in some places in South India and also in North India, there are temples that are ancient, thousands of years old. Just because something is thousands of years old doesn't mean anything, actually. It just means that it's survived the test of time. But if it's been energetically consecrated and the right type of process has went into it, you can feel energy emanating out of it, like you can feel the breeze blowing across your skin. It's that palpable and that powerful. It doesn't matter how intensely delusional you are. If you're drinking alcohol every day and you just go to these places, if we just sit you down and calm you down a little bit, you'll be like, oh wow, yeah, there's something to this place. The vibe here, the vibe here. That's what you say. The vibe there is intense. So as this energy gets cultivated, naturally your ability to see things clearly gets enhanced. And that's very, very, very needed. What are some places like that? Well, we already talked about the spiritual technology. You can invest in this. This is not my technology. This is Sadhguru's technology. This is another reason why Sadhguru is so great, because he's given us technology for well-being. Why is Steve Jobs so great? Because he's given us the iPhone. I'm recording this on an iPhone. Wow, thank you, Steve Jobs. You've given me a technology that makes my life so much better. Similarly with Sadhguru, he's given us technology for well-being. So many technologies, not just this. This technology truly makes well-being happen because this is a well-being technology. This is its essence. It creates well-being for you. This is called Alinga Bhaida Vigudi. You can buy it at Isha Life, Sadhguru's store, Isha Life, online. So there are various other spiritual technologies. Some of the technologies that I have on my website you should also get, like a particular type of metal, which also enhances your energy and feeds you in a certain way. You should go buy that. And various spiritual technologies you should invest in because it produces energy and you need energy to enhance your spiritual growth and capabilities. But now, leaving spiritual technologies aside, where can you go that is an energy place that will open your perception center and deepen your perception? You can go to nature. Nature is an energy space. But the large parts of nature, especially in the West also, are unsafe. Energetically, spiritually, physically, and all levels, they're not safe. You're not going to feel safe to actually open this up and to perceive with this. Very rarely do you go to a place that's spiritually consecrated and you feel safe and you feel relaxed. Even though some drunk guy can go in, be belligerent and have a weapon or something dangerous like that, still you will feel safe. Because safety doesn't go, it goes beyond, no, I'm not physically officially associated, no. It goes beyond the physicality, it touches something deeper. So, leaving nature aside, you can go to powerfully spiritually consecrated places. What is the most powerful and intense spiritual place on earth, as far as I see, and what I've seen, and in my opinion, my belief? There may be something more powerful, but none that I've seen, and that is Kailash. Kailash Manasarovar in the Himalayas. So the Himalayas, it's a mountain called Kailash. Shiva consecrated it, and it is a storehouse of mysticism. And the amount of spiritual energy, the amount of energy that that place has, nothing can compare to it. Not even close. Go watch some videos on my channel, and if you are at any all perception, if you have any perception whatsoever, if you have any sensitivity to life whatsoever, and if you just look at it with the openness, not thinking about it that it's a mountain or it's special or it's not special, just to look at it and feel the energy, maybe you'll start to realize something. Other places like the Belangri Mountains in South India, also Shiva was there and consecrated it. That place is also very intense, extremely intense. This is, again, not what you believe. I don't care what you believe. This is not about religious doctrine or believing something or worshiping something. If you drink alcohol and if you have a human body and if you don't have superhuman abilities, you're going to get drunk, because that's just the physics of it. That's just the laws of nature. If you go to this profoundly, powerfully, spiritually energized space, your body is going to go through massive transformations. Why? I didn't make the rules here, okay? It just happens. So the place is called the Belangri Mountains in South India. Right next to the Belangri Mountain is the Isha Yoga Center, which is Sadhguru's ashram. That's another reason why it makes Sadhguru so special, because he has spiritual capabilities, he has perception, and he has created a temple called the Dhyana Linga, which is a perfect representation of the human body with all of its 7 chakras energized. It's a perfect blueprint of how a human being wants to be or should be like, or is the peak. He's the peak of its game. Again, not something that you believe, not something that you worship, or you have to go once in your lifetime and you circle around it. Nothing like that. You go, take a look at it, and again, if you have any sensitivity, whatever, maybe you don't think anything of it, that's fine too. We're gonna move on. So just to recap, the first part of deepening your perception is to meditate. You have to close your eyes, you have to pay attention to the reality inside. This is like step 1, this is the basics. You have to do this over your lifetime, not just today. This has to become something that you do and something that you are. You have to pay attention to how this mechanism works. Next is you go to spiritually powerful, consecrated spaces. You go to energy places because you need energy to survive and you need energy to grow and enhance spiritually. You can invest in spiritual technologies, you can go to spiritual places, or if you don't have any of those, just go to a nice nature spot where there's lots of energy and you can benefit that way. And lastly but not leastly, my friends, how to develop and deepen your perception is you have to avoid eating animals. I'm so sorry to tell you this and break the bubble. And if you're eating meat, you're not spiritual. I can always tell the degree to a person's perception based on their diet. It's very simple, actually. It's a very good rule of thumb. If you're eating animals, if you have abused, we just lost a lot of viewers, because when you start talking about animal abuse and the fact that you abuse animals, people don't like that. People's their pain triggers them and they have to leave. They think that this is causing them the pain. No, you're causing yourself pain and also the animals that you eat. A good rule of thumb for how I judge a person's perception is just ask them about their diet. Hey, tell me what you eat. Oh, today I ate a pig. Yeah, and then a chicken yesterday and a cow today, and yeah, you know, I just go around and pay people to kill animals for me and I eat their dead bodies. Oh, who cares if they suffered miserably and died and the meat is difficult to digest and it's causing havoc inside of me? I can't feel that. I can't perceive that. Why? Because I don't meditate. If I were to really dig down into the system and really feel myself, it will become very obvious and clear that the suffering and pain that you eat of mammals, you put it inside of yourself, that's going to act through you and it's going to hurt in your meditation. So naturally, you wouldn't want to do that. I don't do that. You shouldn't do that either. So that is the third reason why you should drop this nasty habit of eating animals and abusing them for your taste pleasures. It should be illegal. and you should be put behind bars. It should be a crime, and you're a criminal for doing that. It's called animal abuse. You don't abuse animals. If I go kick a dog in the face, I'm going to jail because it's animal abuse. If I go stab a cow in the throat and eat its corpse, people are gonna give me a high five. Does that scream logic to you? Is that illogical? Yes, it is. And now, having finished this whole sentence, coming across this whole energy that I've just put forward and all the things that I've discussed here, if you're still like, oh, this it doesn't matter, I'm still gonna eat meat, I don't have any changes in my mind, you're the most confused individual out there. You really need work. It's gonna take you years to get through this, my friend. It's gonna take you years to break through your illusions. I'm sorry to tell you this. So you really need help, okay? And I'm here to help you, by the way. You go to my website, shivakailash.com, and book a spiritual, private, one-on-one coaching conversation with me. I will shatter your illusions, and I will destroy your life in a positive way and change your life in a positive way. Destroy your illusions and your stupidity and your ignorance, and you need it. Let me take a quick break, drink some water, and answer your questions. If you have questions, send them down below, and I will read them out loud. Cheers. See, another tool that is enhancing my perception. Everything in life has to be to enhance your perception, to enhance your life. All right, let's read some of your comments. Hi, how do you cope with past intense karma, like having to relive all the thousands of millions of years of livestock incarnation paid in the consumed pre-vegan how do you deal with that? You meditate, you invest in spiritual tools, you avoid eating animals, you meditate again, and you hire me as your spiritual coach, and I'll do that work for you. Please see my earlier comment, please. No, you have to read it out. It's too far. Yeah, if you have questions, now you can write them, and I will gladly answer them. This is the time to ask your questions. Spirit in the sky, hello. So these are the 3 ways to enhance your spiritual growth and liberation and to deepen your perception. I'm going to give you a bonus after this. Let's not leave it at 3. We're going to give you a bonus tip. And this bonus you're going to love, okay? It's very easy, and it's something that all of you can do. It's not some intense thing that you have to meditate for lifetimes. And this will for sure, guaranteed, enhance your perception. Stay tuned, like this video. There's 34 people watching and 3 likes. That doesn't make any sense. Hit the like button. No, I didn't answer. Okay, Infinite Presence asks, what has led you to pursue spirituality, Shiva? Intense suffering and miserability. Being miserable in my life and not being satisfied with the way things are led me to figure out better ways of doing things and living. So, intense suffering is what led me on the spiritual path. Honeybeard, you mean you can reverse a livestock incarnation before having to... Okay, buddy, you're way out in thought land. Just come back to reality and feel your feet. There's a saying in India that for a gory stay high without any drugs for mental peace and clarity. How do they do this? That's what we're talking about. We're talking about the pineal gland and how to raise the energy to touch your pineal gland. Then you feel ecstatic and blissful. You do the 3 things that I suggested here. Meditate, invest in spiritual technologies, go to spiritually consecrated spaces, and don't avoid eating animals. This is all going to help the natural flow of energy to go to the top of the head and to release the pineal gland secretion. Kleiko says, Shiva, how do you feel on a day-to-day basis? What's your experience like? I'm feeling happier and happier. The more I practice these meditation practices, the easier it is for me to just sit still. If I position my body in the right way, I can feel intense bliss, almost to the point where I'm crying, almost to the point where I'm crying, but not yet. Yet, however, when I do Sadhguru's meditation practice called Shambhavi Mahamudra, I cry virtually all the time. Not cry out of sadness, oh boohoo, boohoo. No, after I'm done, I have tears. And oh wow, I have tears. Tears of what? Tears of ecstasy. So, yeah. Feeling good. Namaskaram. Hello. I'm happy you're feeling happier. Thank you very much. I think you should get reinitiated, reignited into Shambhavi. Agreed. You always sound so disingenuous to me. It's insane. And I don't mean this in an attack. Well, too bad. I understand what you mean. And I agree with you. I don't disagree. And there's a reason for that. And then I'll get better over time. You have to understand that I'm live streaming and people are watching me, and I feel I have to defend myself in some way. So it's coming across in a particular way, in this way. Thank you. I'll do it already following the breakfast. And you said soak peanuts and eat it. Yes, soaked peanuts, ground nuts, and just. Anyways, we're gonna get to that. How is it going? Time for Shunya. I don't think you have to defend yourself. Thank you very much. Okay. So now the fourth bonus point of how to deepen your perception, how to enhance your perception, how to see things clearly, how to better your life in miraculous ways. This is not something that you have to travel to India for, or you have to sit down and intensely meditate, or you have to give up your dietary choices, your poor and unethical dietary choices. No, it's much simpler than that. What do you do? This is how I've done it, and I'm speaking from direct experience. And trust me, if you do this, it'll work. It's just the laws of physics. You go on YouTube, okay? It's gonna be a little bit of a hard, but still. You go on YouTube and you type in Sadhguru. You click enter, you go to his YouTube videos. First of all, you click subscribe, and then you scroll to whatever is calling you, whatever you feel like you wanna watch. You watch the video, you sit down, and you look. You just look. You pay attention, you listen to the words, you agree, you disagree, it doesn't really matter, but you look and you observe that man. You observe his energy, you observe the way he talks, what he says also is important. You just take it all in. You drink. You look at that man as if he's water and you're starving in the desert. You haven't drunken water for the last 2 days and you're on the brink of exhaustion and passing out. And he is the water that you need to drink. And that is how I've looked at him for the past 5-6 years. Very intensely at one point. I did nothing else except watch his videos. When I was watching his videos, it was like this was life and death for me. I was willing to take in everything. Why? Is it because he has a long beard? Is it because he's a multimillionaire? Is it because he's world famous? Is it because X, Y, and Z? I'm sure it is also all that. But the results that he's displayed and the things that I know about him firsthand, that I know, I've seen it actually in him. I've seen him in 2019 walking on stage and the diamond light shining from his solar plexus. The purity that he has, nothing left except the light of God shining within him. The results that he has, it doesn't matter what he says. If I know 100% with certainty that it's not true, I don't agree, I'm still going to follow and listen because that man has results that I cannot explain with anything. If he tells me to jump in a sewer, I won't even ask a question. I'll jump in the sewer because of those results that he's demonstrated. Does that have to be like you? No. But still, you would be wise enough to listen and pay attention. Watch him. I promise you, that guy has the results that you want. I don't get how people can just look at him and think, oh, what's the big deal? Like, yeah, he's some spiritual. He's not just some spiritual guy. There are spiritual guys. I'm a spiritual guy. That guy is a master of life. Mastery. You play a video game, we're all playing the same video game, but somebody has played that video game where the entire complexity of the video game has been solved and handled and explored. Everything has been touched and experienced. That is that man, that is Sadhguru, and just looking at him through a YouTube video for 5 minutes a day, just to hear some things that he says about health or success or whatever, healing your back pain, is good enough. That's the medicine that you need. Shout out to you, Kleiko. Shiva, do you believe in Kali Yuga, and will Vishnu come to restore peace and happiness? I have no idea. Kali Yuga or not Kali Yuga, whatever Yuga this is, Sadhguru says it's not Kali Yuga. You gotta do your best. You gotta continue sending energy to your pineal gland and enhancing your perception. There's a lot of YouTube spiritual masters. No, there's only me. I'm the greatest of all time. Jared says, Sadhguru wants to share his experience with us. That is correct. What does your practice consist of? It consists of different postures that stimulate the tailbone or the energy in the base of the spine and get the energy to go up to the top of the head. He certainly is something in a good way. Yes, he is. Kleiko says, you are an interesting person. I'm not judging you. Yes, you are judging me. I believe that your experiences are real, but you always seem to be joking and it's making me confused. That's the first positive comment you said to me, Kleiko. I'm very happy and pleased that it's making you confused, and I hope that it makes you more confused, because the process of confusion is very, very good for spirituality. Okay? Yeah, but I'm here to unconfuse you in whatever way that I can, small way that I can. Sadhguru says if someone is making him bigger as he is, karma will get him smaller quick. I've never seen him say that, but if he says that, then I agree with him, okay? It must be true, or probably is true. There is not the good kind of confusion, I'm sorry. Okay, well, that's too bad. But it's not bad either, okay. Christ is king, all right. The programming is already started. People have to comment on Christ being king. All right, let's take a small break. And whoever wants to leave, they can leave. I'm going to read some notes that I made yesterday and continue on talking. But that's all that I have to share about perception. If you have comments or questions or concerns about what I said, feel free to write them in the bottom. And Kleiko, we should do a podcast sometime, if you're still here. We should do a video, another video, because there's something about your energy that irritates me and I don't like it, and it's something that I don't understand about you, and it's something that I don't see within myself. So there's a growth and room for improvement within me through you. So yeah, when we first did the podcast, let me know if you're still here so I can continue, or if I'm wasting my time. I thought that I thought some things, but now I see things very differently. So yeah, there's growth. I think it's because you're a very analytical guy and you see things very logically and you dissect things and you really think about things. I think about things too, but I don't take my mind so seriously, or not as seriously as you do, but I realize that it is important to take my mind seriously, because like if I say something today and I say a different thing tomorrow, it's not appropriate, it's not sane. So yeah, I don't think so, but if you would like to talk in private, I am in, but only if you promise me we can talk as people and not as content. Okay, that works for me as well, I guess. That was an insightful answer. I'm impressed. Okay, thank you very much. Hope you find redemption. Redemption from what? From existing? From God putting me here and I have to redeem myself because he created me? What do I have to redeem myself from his sins? Or what? Oh, he created me to be a sinner, or he made me into a sinner, and I have to redeem myself from his mistakes? Excuse me, you're retarded. So no, absolutely wrong and incorrect. You need meditation to let the unconscious work to go into the conscious state of self. Yes. If grow a beard and my hair long, will I become spiritual? Actually, yes, you will be. To what degree? Probably not much, but it doesn't help to cut your hair and to cut your beard. Your nature gives you these things for a reason. It brings stability to your body, and you're only doing it for social reasons. You're not doing it for any other reason than you think people are going to think that you look good, or that you have to follow along the herd. Hey everybody, I look just like everybody else. Do you see? You see? Do I fit in? I do? Oh, okay, wonderful. That's you, okay? Would you let a small cockroach family into your house over the winter if they don't harm you? Maybe even clean dirt, as you would certainly let them die? Yes, I would let them in, no problem. You understand nothing. God let you develop free, but with Him you will walk. Okay, these are nice concepts and conclusions. Uh, what if you just look better with short hair? Even if I look better with short hair, I'm still not going to cut my hair because my hair serves a purpose. It brings stability to my body. Maybe if I look better, but I'm not trying to look good. See, there's a difference. What is one practice you would recommend for a 20-year-old for peace, mental stability, and life control? Semen retention. Yeah, you do keep it clean. Yep, he looks more like a real natural human. All right. Would you sincere seeker? Would you ever? Would a sincere seeker feel equally welcomed and valued here if they never donated a cent for the next 5 years? Yeah, why not? That's up to you to decide, really. All right, next we're going to talk about how to let your life spin out of control, and how to let go of the wheel of your life in a way that spins your life out of control. Because, my friends, newsflash, if you are on the spiritual path, this is the whole thing, is letting your life spin out of control in some way or another. You letting go of the wheel. When you're driving a car, you don't want to let things go out of the, you want to hold on to the wheel very tightly, maybe not so tightly. But when it comes to life, or maybe even I shouldn't say life, when it comes to certain aspects of the spiritual game and practice, it's best for you to let go of control. Let go of control what? Like, what do I mean? You've been living this life. People have told you to go to school, study hard, get a nice job, get a family, raise some kids, get a dog, retire and die. This may seem like not much or kind of normal, but the conditioning, the social conditioning that people have put upon you is severe. Not just in this lifetime, I'm assuming, also in previous lifetimes, but that's just an assumption. This letting go of these conditions, letting go of the programming that other people have put upon us and have inflicted upon us, have infected us with, and influenced us with, it takes a lot to let that go. When you start letting it go, other people, like in the Matrix, will start to pay attention to you. Or in other movies, when you start doing weird things, like in Inception, when you start becoming conscious of your dream or start meddling with a dream too much, people are going to start paying attention to you. Because human beings are prisoners also of their own mind. When you start leaving the prison cell, the prisoners don't want you to leave because they're in prison also. If you leave and you display how free you are, they just want to shove you back into the prison cell because it makes them feel inadequate. It makes them realize that they're in prison. They don't want to see that. Some people are too far in the prison, their own prison, to see that they can actually get out. When you start living this way, when you start displaying yourself for who you are, when you start dressing in a way that you want, when you start not shaving your hair and beard, you start, people are going to start paying attention to you in a certain way. And if you're doing it correctly, you may feel like your life is spiraling out of control. Oh my God, what am I doing? Am I going crazy? I'm sure that if you're on the spiritual path and if you haven't thought about this, or this thought has never come into your mind, maybe I'm crazy, my God, maybe I'm actually like insane and I'm not spiritual, I'm just mentally insane and I need, I need institution. I need to be institutionalized. If you haven't thought that, probably you're not so severe, walking down the spiritual path. Maybe you're just dabbling. So this is how it is, because when so much confusion has been poured into you, not just poured into you, your own mind is also making conclusions and confusions. You're confused, utterly confused. The untangling of this is hard work. When you start untangling all this shit, oh my God, you're spinning out of control. And then it feels like you know deep down it's the right thing to do, whatever that thing is. Maybe it's you quitting your job or finding a new job or doing X, Y, and Z, but your logical thinking skills and the people around you and their survival instincts and something else and something else. Oh, I shouldn't do this. Oh, what if I do this? But deep down, you know the universe is intelligent. You're also intelligent. You have an intelligence. The very life that's keeping you alive is intelligence. The source of creation is pumping blood through you every waking moment of the day. There's an intelligence that's growing through you. You have to allow that to flower and blossom. And you, with your little thinking mind, little logic, have to get out of the way and stop understanding things. That may feel like you're going crazy. Oh my God. I'm utterly confused, and I know it. And a bonus for this whole point that I'm talking about is, my friends, the whole game of you're concerned for my mental health. I'm concerned for my mental health as well. But I'm way more concerned about your mental health because you still think that you're sane, buddy. That's a problem. I'm definitely not sane. I'm insane. I'm inside of sanity, okay? That's the definition of insanity. Anyways. A bonus for this is spirituality is not about knowing things. Like I know some things, like 1 + 1 = 1 or 2 + 2 = 2. But 2 + 2 has never equaled 2. It doesn't equal 2. Just like in the movie Lucy. I never understood that until my friend brought this up. 2 + 2 only equals 2 in our concept of our mind. But where is 2? Have you seen 2 of something? There is not 2 of anything. The reality is we're swimming in an ocean of vibrating energy. The concepts need to be let go of. And you don't know anything. You don't know anything. My God, that's scary to admit. That's scary to say. Because you're supposed to know things. I'm supposed to be intelligent. I'm supposed to know something. What is the capital of Italy? Oh, it's Milan. Oh, what's the capital of Toronto? Oh, it's Canada. Or whatever. Capital of Canada? Oh, it's Ottawa. I know these things. These are just concepts. These are just social things. The reality is, I don't know anything. And guess what? I'm falling more into not knowing. The deeper I go into not knowing, the more I know. But know more from a heart space, not from a thinking logical space. Oh, did you know that galaxy XYZ is 5 million years away? Yeah, buddy. Nobody cares about that, okay? Nobody gives a shit about that. The more you fall into this not knowing, into this emptiness, the more you know in essence. You know life. So another reason why Sadhguru is so awesome is because he explained things very logically and he's perceived the deepest levels of life and he came back with just basic things that he repeats over and over. And when you grasp a hold of them, you can understand what they mean if you contemplate it. So he says that yogis don't identify with the things that they know because the things that they know are limited. Like what you know is maybe 5 things compared to the vast number of things that you don't know. So you might as well identify yourself with your ignorance because that's way greater. You actually don't know anything. And in fact, the things that you think you know, do you really know them? How many times in your life where you thought, this is true, I know this. I know this is right. And then a few months go by and you think, oh my God, I'm a fool. I'm an absolute bozo. I don't know that. I was completely wrong by that. So you don't know anything. It's best just to walk this life very gently and tread water very carefully because you actually don't know shit. Another funny joke that Sadhguru tells. A man and a woman are sitting on a train. They're sitting in front of each other. They don't know each other, but they're strangers. They sat in front of each other. And the man tries to spark a conversation. He says, oh, hello, lady. What are you doing? How's the weather? Oh, this and that. And she's like, oh, okay, yeah, well, what's your name? And they started talking. And the man tries to impress her, saying, oh, did you know that nuclear physics and when this little chemical interacts with that chemical and the nuclear fusion goes on, there's an explosion and we create energy and I read this in a book. And the lady says, oh, really? if you know about nuclear physics so well, then tell me this, or answer this question. Why does a cow shit patties, a goat drop pellets, and a chicken drop something else? The guy was stumped. He quickly excused himself. See you later, Kliko. And he went to the back, tried to figure it out, tried to look up at his phone, tried to ask people, but he couldn't get the answer to. So he went back and said, I don't know. And the lady said, well, if you, you think you know nuclear physics, but how can you say you know nuclear physics when you don't know shit? Somebody says my hand had pepper on it and he rubbed it into his eyes. Somebody help him. Yeah, only God can help you, and God doesn't exist, so you're out of luck. Okay, sorry. Spirituality can be felt when the roam in nature with the water streams and filling the skies and bringing peace in. Yes. You look like Jesus right now, Shiva. Thank you very much. It's a nice compliment. Hello. I feel really stuck in modern society and the expectations that come with it. Everyone else seems to be able to handle it, but I want something else. What are your thoughts? You need to awaken your Vishuddhi chakra, your throat chakra, and utterly and completely spin yourself out of everything that you're doing and out of society. So I hope that happens, and there are spiritual tools on my website, like this little bead, that will help you with that. Why can't all just sit around and talking shit? Yeah. Bro has respawned after that's correct. Bastardization of known what is student actually understand. Okay, what a fake. Yeah, that's you. He's historically accurate. Bro, universe's mind is a god or not a god? Bro, universe's mind is mind god or not god? What? I wanted to say something. Let me go back. I look like Jesus. Yes, this is what I want to say. I'm gonna share with you a bonus as well on how the creation started, because this is something that I don't know, but something that I know also. Is it a contradiction? Yes, it is. I'm full of them. Welcome to my channel. I'm gonna make contradictions every 5 minutes because I don't know anything. But what I mean to say is that this is not something that I've logically understood or read something in a book. This is something that I've experienced. And first and foremost, I heard Sadhguru talking about this, that the universe, the creator of the universe is called Rudra, or a roarer. The roaring has happened. This is a roaring. The universe is a roaring. It's a roaring into existence. The creation is roaring. So the first being roared the creation out of his mouth or with a sound. This is a roaring. Like this video. Click the like button. And I can experience it. I can feel it in my bones. I can feel it in my cells. This is the truth. Do I know this for a fact? I don't even know if I'm alive. So, I don't know anything. Where did you buy this shawl? What a good question, and very appropriate for this conversation, Alex. I bought this shawl in a temple that I did live stream on. You couldn't enter the temple unless you had a shawl. So I bought this shawl. I chose blue for obvious reasons because it awakens the throat chakra, and now I have it. Bro, are you a spiritual noob? That's correct. One doesn't speak knows. One who doesn't speak knows. So a mute person knows? A person with a mental disability knows? A person who's shy knows? Come on, buddy. Let's not speak with metaphors here. Thank you. I'll try my best. I always meditate at least once a day. Nice. Behave, lad. You're on the packet, son. Yeah. I have absolutely no idea what you just said. Somebody donated $2 or €2. A donor. I totally missed him because I was talking. Mr. Panda Boy. Panda Boy 25. if you're here, shout out to you, my friend. Thank you very much for your donation. I thoroughly appreciate it. If you want to donate, you can donate as well. My PayPal link is down below. That's the best way of donating. And I'm here for you. I'm here to offer my spiritual services. Not just my spiritual services. That's kind of free, but my time. Yeah. Cows are delicious, bro. You're confused and insane. Mr. Rebottersizer donated 99 euros or 99 P's. I don't know what it's called, but shout out to you, €1. Thank you very much. I'm gonna buy some mangoes with that. Thank you very much. Shambho Alex says, I realized one very important thing the day before yesterday. What I know, I know. What I don't know, I don't know. Nice, very nice. Wishing you the best for you. Thank you very much. So do you, so do you. That's crazy, bro. Ever tried DMT or, yes, I have. The other one, portobello mushrooms. I've tried. And, you know, you're seeking crazy experiences. They're temporary. They don't last. And it doesn't really leave lasting benefits. So you're better off meditating. That's for sure. Yes, if you have spiritual questions, feel free to donate and contribute to me financially, because I need to eat food and I like feeling happy when people donate to me and I get to eat out of that. So I will answer your question in depth if you add a financial reward behind that. You can donate via Super Chat or PayPal, or if you just wish to donate out of the kindness of your heart in exchange for the wisdom and knowledge that I've shared with you. I've been live streaming for 56 minutes and I'm going to do this daily. I'm going to transmit this energy and this knowledge and this wisdom to you, to your computer screens, wherever you are. If you listen to this with some level of involvement, this is going to feed you just like food feeds you. But this is going to feed you on an energy level and will open and expand your perception. And lastly, my friends, we are talking about how to strengthen your ego, how to make your ego the size of Manhattan. That is the topic of the next few minutes. But before that, somebody writes a nasty comment. He says, LOL, you criticize people for going to school and getting jobs and then ask for money. How do you not see the irony? I'm only criticizing people that are going to school. If you get a job, that's perfectly fine. I have a job. This is also my job. I earn revenue for this. I provide a service. I provide value. I provide entertainment. I provide education. And I get financially compensated for this. School is mental indoctrination. And it is a way for you to be a good cog in a machine. So let's not pretend school is some good thing here. Money solves the double coincidence of ones. Okay. I'd rather ego death. Yes. What do you do here? I teach spirituality. What's your first memory of spirituality? Remember when you was like 7 years old? Really? Regardless, we're continuing on. The next topic we're going to talk about is how to have an ego the size of Manhattan. Right. So this is how it is, okay? How is that a nasty comment? It's a question that challenges your beliefs in, yeah, but the energy that, fine, maybe it's not a nasty comment, but I perceived it to be a nasty comment. That's what I said. And yes, it was a good comment. Will tiredness and sleep late affect ourselves spiritually? Yes, it will. Indoctrination, yes. School is indoctrination. Well, it's not getting any money. There's not enough viewers. That's okay. So, how to have an ego the size of Manhattan? You have to be proud of your accomplishments, my friends. Look, when I say ego, I'm talking a little bit funny. It's not good to have an ego, because an ego is a distorted view of your self-identity. But the good news is, once you cross over some spiritual hurdles, then there is no such thing as the ego, realistically. The ego is just a made-up concept that you use to escape your problems. When I did a really good thing, yeah, I mean, I did a really good thing. It's me. I'm proud of my accomplishments. When I did a really bad thing, oh my God, my ego is so bad, man, my ego. I really got to tone down my ego. Nobody, it's you both ways. Okay? There's no ego for you to scapegoat your poor actions. It's you and you. Ego means you're clinging on to an idea or concept inside of yourself of who you think you are. That's obviously problematic. Yet, again, when you reach certain thresholds, when you erase your identity to a certain extent, then you can have an ego. You can inflate your ego to the size of the universe, like I want to. You can play around with the ego. You can make your identity to be whatever you want, whatever you wish. That's what I'm telling you. Okay? If somebody spits in your face on the street, on the sidewalk, oh, I have no ego. It's going to be perfectly fine. Oh, buddy, that is wrong. Okay? That's just incorrect. You gotta have some sense of identity because you're in a body. You're experiencing this. I have 2 arms, 2 legs. I'm dressed in this way. I have long hair. There has to be some kind of an identity. So, anyways, let's let this pass. How do you do this? How do you create an ego the size of Manhattan? You have to be proud of your accomplishments. This is how to strengthen your ego. You want to have a strong ego, a strong sense of identity and sense of self, so that you're not walking around defeated by life. When you accomplish something, you should be proud of that. And it's okay for you to share that. Hey, I'm an expert swimmer. Hey, I'm an expert spirituality master guide of the universe. Hey, I have X amount of subscribers. Hey, this is how much money I have in my bank account. Hey, I'm traveling the world. Hey, I am aesthetic looking. Hey, I work out and exercise. Hey, I can run really fast and I'm proud of that. Why shouldn't you be proud of that? Who the fuck told you not to be proud of your accomplishments? Oh my God, little Billy. Oh my God, little Timmy. Are you shining bright like the sun and proud and your life is shining through? We don't want to make people feel bad that are depressed or are lonely or are losers and fail miserably in life. Why don't you tone your light a little bit down, little Billy or little Timmy? Don't be so bright like a diamond. No, who cares? Be proud of your accomplishments. It's okay to shine your accomplishments. It's okay to share your accomplishments. Don't you think? Yes. Let me know if you agree. Ego is pride and pride is ego. What the hell are you talking about, bro? Pride. Okay, let's look up the definition of pride. Because pride is not a bad thing, it's a good thing. Pride. Pride is a human secondary emotion categorized by a sense of security with one's identity, performance, or accomplishments. Should I read that again? I will. Pride is a human secondary emotion. I have no idea what that means. Categorized by a sense of security with one's identity, performance, or accomplishments. A feeling of deep pleasure or satisfaction derived from one's own achievement, the achievements of those whom is closely associated with, or from qualities of possessions that are widely admired. That's a good definition, okay? So it's a feeling of satisfaction and pleasure from one's own accomplishments, skills, and strengths. Hello, wake up, be proud of your accomplishments, feel good about yourself. If you become enlightened, you should rejoice and sing and dance and share that with everybody. And you know what you shouldn't do? Oh, I just became enlightened, but I'm not a proudful guy. I'm not proud of that. You know, we're not supposed to be proud. Like, come on, I'm just nobody. I'm not nothing. No, I'm not nothing. I'm everything. I'm more than you, more than everybody. Okay. Let's see what other notes I made here. Be proud of your accomplishments. So you have to think highly of yourself. Okay? If you want to inflate your ego and think you're above everybody else and you're the greatest thing in the universe, okay, big deal. Maybe it'll rub people off the wrong way. Maybe that's not ideal. But still, it's better than you being way too low or, being at the bottom of the pit. Yeah. The next thing is to seek to accomplish great things. You want to accomplish fantastic things, don't you? I know I do. What I don't want to do is live this life with mediocre accomplishments. Maybe you think an accomplishment is like having a yacht. That's pretty cool, actually. I like a yacht. But am I willing to go and grind, whatever? Am I willing to go and do what are the regular people jobs do? Absolutely not. I'll do it my way. I'll go live. I'll teach spirituality. And I'm no way pursuing that. I want my financial and material needs to be met so that what I can master myself, I can master my energies. That is way more important than me than having 50 yachts or 100 yachts or owning a country or owning half of a continent. That doesn't matter to me at all. Mastering my energy is where my attention is focused on. And that's the second way you can inflate your ego or strengthen your self-esteem, is to want to accomplish great things. Very natural, very normal to do that. That's how you inflate your ego to cosmic proportions. And the third way to inflate your ego to the size of Manhattan is don't take things too seriously. You see, the true ego is when somebody pokes at you, when somebody makes fun of you, when somebody says, I'm proud of my newborn baby. Shout out to you. I wish you all the best. And you should be proud of that. That's a nice accomplishment. When somebody makes fun of you, when somebody, trips you, or something else happens, or you fail, or you fall physically or literally, and you, oh God, don't you know that I'm this? Don't you know I'm that? Yeah, you are that, but also you're not that at all, buddy. Okay? You're not anything. You don't know what you are, or who you are, or where you are, or where you're going for that matter. Okay? Just relax. Laugh it off. Smile. Have some fun. Not like what I'm doing on this live stream. I'm very serious. Okay? Maybe I should tone it down a little bit. But I'm not going to. Until the end of this live stream, I'm going to freaking cut you all. Cut your ignorance. Relax, okay? So the real ego is when somebody has an actual ego and they fall, they pretend there's something. Oh, what? When you don't have an ego, okay? Or when you inflate your ego to the size of Manhattan and you fall, or somebody, ketchup is spilled all over your face, you could just be a clown. You can morph your personality, you can morph your experience for the betterment of humankind. Make people laugh, make yourself laugh. It's not a big deal. You're gonna die. You're gonna be dead. When? Soon. Tomorrow maybe. Tonight even. Who the hell knows? In 60 years. That's also soon. It's not a big deal. It's not serious. You don't take yourself seriously. You laugh it off. You relax. There's no ego here. You inflate your ego to the size of the universe, and then you're spiritual. Then then I'll say, good job, good job. So inflate your egos. Be a master of the ego, like me. Ego Guru. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. Like this video. Donate. Hello, donate. If somebody wants to pay for my flight out of this country, I would gladly appreciate that. And you can earn some positive karma reward. Or earn nothing. You're just gonna do me a huge favor. Because I want to leave here. I need to leave here. And if you want to pay for my flight, my PayPal link is down below. And you can do that out of the generosity of your own heart. Or I have spiritual services that I offer. Things that you've not imagined. Go to my website, okay? You need to figure out where my website is. It's called shivakailash.com. Let's read some of your comments here. All right, this is tough for those of us that are our own worst. Don't be your worst critic. Your achievements are because of the divine working through you, possibly. The phrase know his shit has an etymology of a Latin word to know, okay? So many haters today. When someone does something like live streaming, people criticize so much. Do it yourself and stop hating on others. I'm inviting the haters because of my energy right now, so it's not completely their fault. Om Namah Shivaya, yep. Good day, Shiva Kailash. Good to see you, Sage Moon. Bro, you look majestic with your long hair. Thank you very much, Ron. Blake says, is it bad to be proud of my ancestors where they were Vikings? Yes, it is. Maybe you shouldn't be so proud of what they were doing to people. They were not such a nice, compassionate, kind human beings. They were quite ruthless and violent. But hey, be proud of their high testosterone, all right? They had high testosterone, maybe not the highest intelligence. Nobody has a high intelligence these days or anywhere. That needs to be cultivated. But testosterone, hey, fantastic, and be proud. Be proud of anything, okay? Just don't be proud of immorality. That's not good. Doesn't know what he learned, social emotions, or just you can teach him. Yep. Sadhguru himself has said that capitalism is the least worst system to live. I have no idea. Is the least worst system? What does that mean, buddy? Jesus loves you. Oh, thank you very much. How do you know that? I'm proud of my, yep, you proud of your newborn baby. Mastering the energy. Yeah, Mr. Bhagawan. Capitalism is ego driven by power and control. Okay. Somebody says, okay, I'm not going to read that. Where are you wanting to go? I want to go to Vietnam. If you want to pay for my flight, it's approximately $100. I'll love you forever. We forgive you, people, for what they did. Yeah. That was funny. But surely, as a spiritual, you must be attracting that hate. Yes, I am. If your ego is so well developed, you should be able to finish reading a comment critical of your immature teachings and imitations. It means capitalism isn't perfect, but not as bad as communism, etc. Agreed. But your energy is superfluous, so I can't read your comment. It's worthless to me. It doesn't mean anything. Your energy is like fine mist. You're like a bug here. You're a mosquito. I just shoot right. Hey, get out of here. Get out of here. You have nothing of substance to say. It's not that you're being critical of me. If you were saying something that's critical of me, I have an opportunity to learn. There's no, I'm not shining away from criticism. But I can see your energy from your picture and your name. I can just feel it. I can feel all of you. Oh, what is this guy? Oh, and then I read your comment. I don't read it. I just see it entirely. How you structure the words, it all gives me an energy experience. It all exudes energy. It touches my body, and I just come to a feeling conclusion. Oh, this is how it is? Okay. And then I respond. That's what your Sadhguru said. My Sadhguru? I thought he was your Sadhguru. Anyways, my friends, we're going to give you 5 more minutes. If you wish to donate, I'm going to be here. If not, that's okay too. Knowledge needs God and more, yeah. So that's how it is, my friends. Mr. Fine Being, Ellis, well, we're not going to read their entire name, but Ellis, you know who you are, donated 26 Canadian dollars and with no comment. Thank you very much, kind friend. This is going directly towards me sustaining myself and my survival needs. I take this opportunity to be gifted donations and your generosity very seriously. So the generosity that you give me here is not going to be misused. The survival aspects of my life need to be handled. That's all that I'm asking for, really, or that's all that you can contribute to me. And once that's done, I'm sure that in the future I'll create some kind of business where I don't have to ask or where this won't be needed or necessary. But right now it kind of is. And yes, go to my website, shivakailash.com, buy yourself some spiritual stuff like some fantastic metal, this particular type of metal, which you absolutely need if you're a certain kind of energy that you have inside of yourself. And book a spiritual call with me if you want to talk to me face-to-face, one-on-one. I would change your life in miraculous ways, or not, or I'll just waste your time and waste your money. Both are possible, but at least you'll get to talk to me. And I can do an energy reading for you. I'm fairly good at reading people's energies. I can assist you with spiritual growth. Wherever you are on the spiritual path, I can remove some obstacles verbally and also non-verbally to help you to ascend, and you will feel the change, hopefully, the next day if things go well. And if things don't go well, then I'll just waste your time and waste your money. That's the worst case scenario. And also I'm offering coaching to expand and open your throat chakra. This is only for certain kinds of people. This is not, nobody's, when people hear the throat chakra, they think that, oh, it's like communicating and, telling your truth. Yes, that, but also way more. And this can be done. This could be actually activated in you. I can do it. And if you want to do it, if you're serious about this, if you want to pursue mysticism and knowledge in this way, I can do it from afar. And we can talk and we can really dive deep and we can have private conversations like this. So these are the things that I'm offering. You're welcome to visit my website, shivakailash.com, and take a look at that. As well as I'm offering, or I created a semen retention course, an educational program or course that helps you to become conscious of your addiction and will help you to remove that. Actually, will guaranteed to remove that, or for you to become conscious of what you're doing and aware enough for you to just have some sense and see some sense into what should be done. So knowledge needs to be hammered like God and worn like an ornament. Okay, wow. Say thank you to society for that money. Yes, thank you to society. I love, yes. I generously thank the person that donated. Thank you very much. I experienced a shift yesterday after meeting Shiva, the Shiva soul Abel. Nice. Very interesting. Do you think there are other universes? Yes. But I don't know that for a fact. Sadhguru talks about this. You can find him talking about this on his exclusive program called Sadhguru Exclusive. This is something you have to subscribe to on the internet. So yeah, much gratitude to the people that have donated. I wish you blessings, wish you lots of love. Yes, I wish you good luck, good health, and for you to live a very long time. And it's not just a wish, it's an energy, a gift also. How many chakras do you think you've awoken out of 108? Well, there's 112 in the body, but 114 in the whole energy system of the human being. Actually, there's more than 114. There's more that go even farther out into the universe. But in the body, there's 112. There's 2 outside of the body, here and somewhere else. And how many have I activated? Well, I have no idea, but I've definitely activated a lot more than what is normal, or what is just the casual, everyday person. And I'm not really concerned. The most important thing for me is to enhance my spiritual capabilities when it comes to the throat chakra. And this is the most fantastic element for me. But more than that, even more than that, is to fully awaken everything, is to enhance this energy, or enhance this life in a way that all possibilities and all doorways open up for me. So that's what I want. Some things are still not completed, so we're gonna wait. If you could reincarnate to an animal besides human, what would you choose? A snake, a king cobra. That would be a nice experience. Why don't you grow your own food? Then you don't have to beg. Is something wrong with begging, my friend? I feel like you're trying to shame me for begging. The Westerners do that, you see? The Western disease of capitalism and greed, they can't handle begging. But I'm begging. I have no shame with begging, or I'm trying to erase and destroy the shame of begging. And I'm gonna actually properly beg. I'm trying to not seem like I'm begging, but I am begging. I'm willing to share my personal experiences and teach you spiritual things that I know. And if you want to choose to donate, you can do so. The option is available to you. The best way to do that is through PayPal. And this is like how the monks did it. So I'm not a monk, but in essence I am. I'm not formally a monk, meaning, but this is how I choose to live my lifestyle. Can your energy be stuck and stop you from succeeding? Yes, definitely. Energy is not something that is stationary. It can be moved. And in this live stream, my energy is in a particular way, and it's inviting hatred and nastiness and haters because of how I've made things, or how my heart is. But that'll change. Please, sir, can I have some more sunlight? Yes. sage, moon. You can have all the prana that you want. Mushrooms are not efficacious tool, but the color of your socks matter, lol. I am familiar with this word efficacious, but let me Google it again. Efficacious, something intimate or abstract, succeeding in producing a desired or intended result. Wow, I misunderstood the word entirely. I thought it meant being effective. I don't know why I'm stuttering. How do I move it? How do you move your energy? That takes years of practice, years of knowledge, years of insight. I highly recommend that you watch back to the beginning of this live stream, because I actually gave a proper teaching and instructions on how to deepen your perception. I gave you many examples of how to do that. And if you do that over a long period of time, you will be able to move your energy. It's easy when you can do it. It's easy. So where's the rainbow guy? He's in Vietnam. He's not anywhere near me. Somebody says, don't go to school, kids. Just start a YouTube channel and beg. You see? You don't know how to communicate. Don't worry about them. You are good. Thank you very much. I'm getting positive vibes from you. I appreciate that. I'm glad. Somebody says, see how sustainable it is if everyone follows your advice. Yes, it is. Thank you. I will. Bhagavan is smiling. This is the end of this live stream, my friends. There's nothing more to be gained or added onto you. I am planning to make these live streams daily, on a daily basis. I'm going to make notes. I'm going to tune into the people that are watching me and say things that are in harmony with your lives. So it'd be wise for you to tune back and participate in this energy transmission, energy dance, energy experience. This is going to be an energy download that if you watch this fully, this is going to feed your soul and not just your logic or things that you learn verbally or logically. That's also good, but it's much more than that. So stay tuned. This is going to be a daily experience, and I look forward to benefiting you in this way and for you to exchange your monetary donations via PayPal. And yeah, I'm begging for your support. Authentic Reflection says, spiritual master detached from money begs for money on PayPal. You, I can tell, know very little about spirituality. I was going to say you know nothing about spirituality, but I saw your profile picture, and your profile picture represents your face. So I changed my mind and said that you know a little bit about spirituality, which I stand behind what I say. It's easy. Why does it take years to do it? Well, I mean, riding my bike is easy. It's a bicycle, it's simple, I just ride it. But it took a while to learn how to do it, and lots of mistakes as well. So there's nothing wrong with begging. This is the spiritual culture that has existed for thousands of years. You see, I get on here, I share my perception, my abilities, which you can't do. You can't, you don't have this. It's rare to find this perception and this level of clarity. Rare because people don't pursue this, and people don't value this, and people value other things, other external things. But this is valuable. This is more valuable than pretty much anything else. And I'm not willing to charge for this, really. I'm happy to take your money if you want to go on my website and book a call with me. That's exchanging my time. But spiritual knowledge and spiritual wisdom can't really be monetized. I'm not willing to monetize that, or not that I'm not willing to. I'm not willing to, yes, that's true. It's just not appropriate either. And I'm relearning that. So I offer this, and in exchange, if you wish to donate, you can donate. And my PayPal link is here. And what is the donations for? It essentially is only for my food and shelter. And the donations that you choose to share with me will only go towards that, realistically. So thank you very much for your support. It's been real talking to you. I'm going to read some of your questions, and maybe in 3 minutes, I will end the live stream. Somebody says, just keep scrolling if you don't like him. I'm trying to learn from him. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Like this video if you haven't liked it already. Subscribe to my channel. I'll be going live every day. around this time. And again, if you miss a live stream, that's okay. Tune back and watch it. This is an energy transmission. If you don't like the first 5 minutes, you don't have to watch it. That's not for you. But it's going to go deeper than just the logical things that you're going to hear. It seems like you're still figuring things out. Aren't we all? Do you have things figured out? Do you see anybody that has things figured out? The closest man that I see that has figured some things out is Sadhguru, this man. But does he have it all figured out? Absolutely not. So I'm still figuring out. I don't claim to figure things out. And I'm gonna figure things out for the rest of my life. So there's no conclusions, there's no place to get to, oh, I'm gonna put my flag here and I figure things out. There's nothing like that. Angry Bald Rainbow Man isn't here today. Yeah, I wish he was. That guy is awesome. Bye, sir. Goodbye. Can I connect with the energy? Can I connect with an energetic space without being there? Yes, absolutely. You can connect to any highly energetic space that has been consecrated in a certain way without being there. When I say consecrated in a certain way, I mean with prana. And like this, you can connect to the space in my room, and I'll feel that you're here if you do this properly. Or to Kailash, or to Matatapila, or to Valangri Mountains. You can connect to other places. Or even to me. I'm a consecrated space. If you want to connect to me and feel my energy and see what I can do, how I can help you, how my non-physical self can help you, you can also do that. You can also connect to me. Very easily. Actually, it's very simple. I always say I'm not here to give you all the answers, but I'm here to make you ask questions. That's very wise. On that note, we're going to end it off here, my friends. Thank you so much for watching. Like this video if you haven't already. Subscribe. Donate to my PayPal. And I will see you here very soon. Tomorrow. Goodbye.